Welcome, everyone, to our journey into the heart of caregiving, where compassion meets professionalism, and every action is guided by dignity and respect. Today, we're diving deep into the world of disability care, exploring the standards, principles, and historical insights that shape this vital field. Throughout history, caregiving has evolved alongside society, influenced by changing attitudes, advancements in healthcare, and a growing recognition of individual rights. From ancient civilizations to modern times, the provision of care has been a reflection of our cultural norms, ethical considerations, and technological innovations. Now, let's delve into the standards of care that every caregiver should strive to meet. From maintaining personal health and hygiene to respecting clients' privacy and independence, these standards ensure that every individual receives the highest quality of care possible. Standards of care. Get the required training, engage in continuing education, and maintain professionalism in all aspects of your work. Control any negative reactions to chronic disability and challenging work conditions. A carer should be dependable and reliable. In demonstrating this, the carer should show respect for the client's privacy when she enters their home. Do not use the client's personal possessions such as phone, food, medications, etc. for himself or herself. Do not bring her family members or friends to the client's home. A carer should maintain safe conditions in the work environment. This include recognizing and respecting the right of the client's self-determination, lifestyle and freedom of choice. Keeping your professional life separate from your personal life. Remember to always prioritize the well-being and autonomy of your clients. Principles of care. But what about the principles that guide our caregiving journey? These fundamental beliefs remind us that every individual has rights, abilities, and the freedom to make choices. Whether it's promoting independence or respecting clients' preferences, these principles form the bedrock of compassionate care. Principle 1. There are basic principles, beliefs that all people have rights, abilities, and freedom of choice. The carer needs to be aware of these principles and ensure to keep them in mind when assisting clients. Such principles include the following. Independence. Each person has the freedom to direct one's own life and be able to do things for oneself when possible. Each person can choose what to do and when to do it. Carers should not dictate to clients what to do. Dignity. Each person is an individual. Each person needs respect and privacy and should be treated respectfully. When people need assistance, they still need to feel they are valued and in control of their own lives as much as possible. Principle 2. Client-directed. When possible, the client tells the caregivers what to do, when and how. This means that the person or a representative on their behalf interviews, hires, trains, and supervises the carer. Person-centered. Assistance and support are given when and how the person needs it. For example, a person from another culture may prefer certain foods, some may want more or less of a certain treatment. Independence and dignity are not just ideals, they're the cornerstones of compassionate caregiving. By honoring these principles, we empower our clients to live with autonomy and self-respect. Understanding the rights of clients in caregiving. Independent living and self-determination are values that honor dignity and self-responsibility. Carers play a crucial role in understanding and respecting these rights, as they relate to providing support and assistance. Join us as we explore the significance of empowering clients with autonomy and ensuring their well-being in the caregiving journey. Below is a list of important principles that carers need to recognize. Promote and value equal opportunity, integration in society and consumer choice. Promote the achievement of human rights and the empowerment of persons with disabilities. Promote the participation of people with disabilities in the cultural, social, recreational and economic life of the community. Promote consumer choice, control, the individual's right to make informed decisions regarding their interests. Promote involvement of people with disabilities in the decision-making process of community programs and services. Principles to keep in mind when caring for the elderly. As people get older, they tend to slow down more. Unfortunately, younger people sometimes show disrespect or simply become impatient. Ageism or age discrimination is all too common in society. Many products or movies are about and for younger people. We are always in a hurry, and some see older adults as being too slow in the way. If you work with older adults, it is important to be aware of the appropriate mindset. See the list of principles that you should keep in mind when working with the elderly. Older adults can do a lot and learn new things. Like all people, they feel better when they can do things for themselves. Older people have experience and wisdom. They may not know everything you know, but they know a lot. Always treat an older adult as an adult. Adults are not like children. Older people have interests, likes and dislikes. They, too, want to make their own choices. Now, let's take a journey through history to understand the treatment of individuals with disabilities. From being discarded and stigmatized to the gradual recognition of rights and inclusion, the journey has been marked by significant shifts in perspective. From the Middle Ages to the modern era, attitudes towards disability have evolved, reflecting broader societal changes and advancements in understanding and compassion. Here, we examine each of the years listed to discover how individuals with disabilities have been treated over time. Historical treatment A. 1200 to 1300. At this period, people with disabilities were discarded. They may have been thought unworthy to feed. 1400 to 1500. People with disabilities were thought to be possessed by evil spirits. Disabilities were thought to be caused by sins of the parents. 1600 to 1700. Schools were being built for the disabled. Braille was established. Historical treatment B. 1930s. People were striving for eugenically superior people and proposed sterilizing those with hereditary disabilities so they could not have children. 1950s. Television represented people with disabilities in a negative stereotype, creating a strong sense of pity for disabled individuals. Several support organizations were founded to assist people with disabilities. 1990s. Disability Acts began to be passed in developed countries around the world. The acts dealt with problems disabled people faced, such as access to public buildings, transportation and job opportunities. Understanding the historical treatment of individuals with disabilities provides valuable insight into the evolution of societal attitudes and practices. From being discarded and stigmatized to the gradual recognition of rights and inclusion, the journey has been marked by significant shifts in perspective. But our journey doesn't end there. As we reflect on the past, we're reminded of the importance of upholding dignity and respect for every individual, regardless of their abilities. By acknowledging the inherent dignity and rights of every individual, caregivers can ensure that support is provided in a manner that promotes independence, autonomy, and a sense of belonging. Let's explore how these principles guide and inform the caregiving journey for individuals with disabilities, fostering an environment of dignity and inclusion. Respect autonomy. Allow individuals to make their own choices and decisions whenever possible. Promote independence. Encourage individuals to do things for themselves and support them in developing skills for self-care. Ensure dignity. Treat individuals with respect and sensitivity, preserving their privacy and self-worth. Foster inclusion. Create environments that welcome and include individuals with disabilities in all aspects of life. Provide tailored support. Recognize and accommodate the unique needs and preferences of each individual. Empowerment through education. Educate individuals about their rights, abilities, and resources available to them. Advocate for accessibility. Advocate for accessible environments, transportation, and opportunities for individuals with disabilities. Collaborate with support networks. Work together with families, caregivers, and support organizations to provide holistic care and assistance. Continuous learning and improvement. Stay informed about best practices and continually strive to enhance the quality of care provided. So, whether you're a seasoned caregiver or someone eager to make a difference, I invite you to join us in our Care Certificate and Manual Handling program at First Skills Academy. Together, let's equip ourselves with the knowledge and skills needed to provide compassionate care to those in need. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Together, let's care with compassion and make a difference in the lives of others.